All right, let's get into it. This is part 85 of our Every Man's Battle Study, part 85. And thanks, guys, for sticking around. I appreciate that. Here we are. So this section starts with carry the honor, okay? We've been talking about cherishing our wives, treating them with tenderness, and holding them dear despite our feelings. Let this final chapter be a reminder to experience the wonder at what she's given you, and the enormous honor it is to carry her baton. Carry the honor nobly. From Fred, honor her fathers. As a father, I carry my daughter's baton. I remember when she was born. I remember cradling her when she was sick as a baby. Her fever was so high, her eyes rolled up into her head. After we rushed her to the doctor, she was lethargic. She was so lethargic that she didn't feel the shot that the doctor gave her. I remember the time that she broke her finger in the car door, and I held her close. I remember the time that she won a part in a play, and I practiced with her again and again. I remember reviewing math flashcards with her night after night. When the volleyball was spiked at her feet 3 times in a row at the family reunion, I held her close so that she could hide her tears in my chest as she sobbed. They all think I'm no good, she would say. I stayed close to her for the rest of the day, defending her honor and brazenly daring another spike against my little one. I labored over Laura's swimming strokes and sweated through my clothes when I taught her to ride her bike. I talked with her about junior high and how she was on the cusp of adolescence. I walked often to the altar with her, hand in hand, providing for her spiritual growth and understanding. I learned to do her hair so that she would always look nice, even when mom was away. I bought a few things that she didn't really need, pictures, cashew nuts, just because I knew that she would love them. Just because I knew that she would love them. And anyone who's a father of daughters knows that you do these things just because you know that she's going to love it, right? I carry the baton of care for my daughter, and no hip haircut, fast car, or sweet smile would trick it out of my hand. My investment is too great. My son-in-law will owe me big, and he'd better honor her. When I asked for Brenda's baton from my father-in-law, he was on his deathbed. He strengthened from time to time, but we both knew his time on earth was nearly over. I entered his hospital room much stronger than he was, but far more frightened. I knew how he loved his daughter. I knew how he once held her and let her cry when she came home with a squirrel cut instead of a haircut. I knew how he proudly gave her a used red Chevy Nova as a gift. I knew how he used to swim way into the ocean and let her sit on him like a raft, floating merrily. I knew how he had diligently raised her in purity, keeping her in church and away from ribald influences on her life. I asked for her hand, and then he said something to me that has remained engraved indelibly into my memory over the years. Though I don't know you well, I know you're the kind of man that will do what you say. I know you will take care of her. Never in my life had a man believed in me so, trusting my manhood and entrusting me with something so valuable. He gave his cherished only daughter to me, even while knowing he could never step back in to defend her if I didn't keep my word, that he would never be there to remind me of my promises, that he would never be there to put that sparkle back in her eye if I ever made it disappear. I owe him because he trusted me. I owe him because he provided such a wonderful daughter to me. I owe him because of his great investment in her. When I see him again in heaven, I won't have to avert my eyes sheepishly in shame. He gave me the baton, and I will run with it. I also owe her other father. He saved my life from sin and picked me up from the ash heap and set me among princes. He adopted me and gave me the strength for today and the bright hope for tomorrow. And he saved a precious ewe lamb for me, a pure one without spot or blemish, with sparkling eyes and a soft heart. He formed her in the womb and looked on with joy when she crawled and then walked and then talked. He saw her sing, throw out the lifeline before him as a member of the singing cousins. He sent his only son to provide her future, to protect her, and to bring her home to heaven safely. God isn't amused when I neglect to nurture a cherishing heart for her. He raised her and cherished her, and I must do the same. That's our job, man. We have been given this wonderful, beautiful ewe lamb, okay? You've got to see it that way. Understand that even if it means that you're eating gravel from time to time, understand what that means, okay? We must do the same. Remember what she gives you. Your wife gave up her freedom for you. She relinquished her rights to seek happiness elsewhere. She exchanged this freedom for something that she considered more valuable: your love and your word. Her dreams are tied up in you. Dreams of sharing and communication and oneness. She's pledged to be yours sexually. Her sexuality is her most guarded possession, her secret garden. She trusted you would be worthy of that gift, but you have cavalierly viewed sensual garbage, polluting and littering her garden. She deserves more, and you must honor that. You must also cherish your wife because she shares her deepest secrets and longings with you. Brenda has told me stories she has told no one else. For instance, I know of a teasing word that if I were to say it, would bring tears to her eyes instantly because of a trauma a long time ago. She's shared long burning regrets and cried in my arms. After years of marriage, I know what thrills her soul. I once entered a bookstore, leaving her waiting in the car. I purchased a book, passing over the good customer limit to earn a $5 gift certificate. The cashier asked whether she would apply it to my current purchase, but I said, no, I'll save it for my wife. She'll be real excited about it. Just then, Brenda walked in. I whispered to the clerk, watch this. I turned and gave the gift certificate to Brenda. She squealed out loud and giggling said, oh, this is great. The cashier laughed at me. You see, I know Brenda. She is my beloved, and I am hers. I know her deepest fears, her desires for the future, and what she absolutely can and can't handle. She risked much in opening up so wide, and I must have a cherishing heart for that. You must, men, you must have a cherishing heart for your wife. Hear what I'm saying right now. Listen to these words, because I can tell you there is nothing like that. And I know it is not always easy. And I know somebody right now is saying, yeah, but you don't know my wife. To which I would respond to you, yeah, but you don't know mine. You have no idea. But I can tell you, I've eaten gravel. I know what that is. God needs to be the center of your marriage. Make it so, and he will bless it forever.